Hey everybody, we're back at it on the 67 Chevelle. My name's Randy Wittis, and like I told you in the last video, we're gonna get started on the roof.
Ready, set, go. No. Whoopsie. Gonna hurt.
Okay, so I'm back now. We're gonna get started on the roof. We did all our drip rails, and as you can see, I've done some painting. I treated all that underneath rust with OSPO. Ground this clean because you can't weld through OSPO. I put weldable primer on it. Did the same thing underneath the drip rails. Drilled my holes, so when I'm ready to weld that on, those should be on there. Okay, shouldn't have to take them off for any reason, but I'm just not ready to make it permanent because we got to make this fit. So far what I've seen is this right here is about 3/8 of an inch. This isn't. So I'm going to get my little caliper scriber thingies, and we're going to measure here, and then we're going to scribe this all the way down, and we're going to trim this out. So let me go find those. It'll take about 2-3 hours. Be right back. Alright, so I found my scriber thingies. I already did the other side because I didn't want to make a fool out of myself and waste your time trying to work this thing. So I found that if you pull it, kind of works the best. And the other side I actually did use both hands, and that didn't work right there because I was trying to keep it up against the corner and keep the scriber tip down. But we're getting something. Not I don't think 100% accurate, but we're trying. We're gonna get close, apparently. And this goes down in that gully with the drip rail and gets welded into place, and then gets good old seam sealer put over the top of it. Oh, at the end already. Huh. Alrighty. So that looks more, well, that was close up. That looks more like that will fit in there. Keep in mind this overlaps that, so that is going to, this will get pushed that way more. You know what I mean? So let's go put these away. You know, got them on Amazon. Where else? So, did you see that? Did you see it? Oh, that reminds me. I got to change my lens cover. It's looking pretty bad. So, be right back. Okay, I tried to change my lens cover. I took it off, broke the hell out of it, cut my finger, you know, all the good stuff. I cut that side. I used my shears. It's interesting little process. And get this up to where I can cut it. Because it actually takes quite a bit of force. And just gonna stick you right over here somewhere. Way. so you can watch. See, the blade, it's not a wide enough cut to cut both sides of the blade, so you gotta cut one side and it doesn't feed really well. So you gotta kind of push, which is dangerous. Okay, so we're done. That was fairly simple. Let you look at it real quick. Went a little easier than the other side. A little buckle here and there. But you got to hold it at an angle to get that one edge. See if it fits. Fits. Let's see if it fits. You know, fits. Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to do is pop it in the drip rail. It wants to go, but it's not formed. Oh, this side's in there. That's nice. Might have to do some trimming somewhere. No, that should be fine. Right where it is. It's a little rough. I'm not forcing other than forcing. You know what I mean? And part of my problem is a screw right there. It's hitting here. But it is dropping in, so we have promise. We got to get rid of the screws, so we're going to have to weld something in. That will drop into place. Wouldn't that be great? Why is it not fitting in the back? Wow. Wow. I don't know that I can drop down that far. Come forward some. Probably got a screw in there in the way. Am I looking like up here? come forward according to this little arch right here. Okay, so that's good. It slid right forward, didn't it? Sad thing is, all I can do is kind of fit this, because I have to put quarters on first, because the quarters go up in here under a bracket, right? Well, yeah, probably go up here under to fit a bracket and overlap here. I hope. It's coming closer. That's fitting. Still kind of scary. Well, what we're gonna have to do, pull the old top off, permanize these. When I say permanize, I mean weld them in place. Not gonna be any moving of anything. Popped in. You've got to come forward. Oh, I see. I need to trim this. I didn't catch that line the way I was supposed to. Like that. It's funny, when it pops out of the groove, the back fits. Scary little thought. this out. Kind of ugly right there. Big old gap. Just fit nicer. It'll come forward a little bit. See, when you come forward, then you hit this right here, as well as you line up this right here. Then I can stick my finger up in there. That shouldn't be that high out, because I gotta close that gap up. How do we do that? That's gonna take some figuring. Because that is not kosher there. The drip rail won't let it go down. Maybe that's why we didn't permanently put these in. Can't go down any farther right here because of where that drip rail is. I love that thing right there. That's the headliner, whatever you want to call it. But it's called In My Way. That pulls it down, but it pulls that drip rail down with it. Might be okay, I don't know. Yeah, that pinched my finger. All right. Looks good there, all the way up through there. Not here. What's in the... God dang it, that headliner thing. Yeah, you ever bruise the end of your finger? Yeah, I just did. Wow. Look at that action right there. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? For some reason, this looks more natural than what I just made it do. Let's try this side. And there it is, that floppy one without the spring. That's not going down. First off, I've got to remove a screw from in here somewhere. Back in a minute. Okay. I noticed that this corner was catching here somewhat, and this was like tweaked. You know, tweaked. So in other words, it just wasn't in the right spot. But we're going to attempt to now push this down. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're pushing her down. Yeah, that is it's going. You see it move? I didn't. Didn't feel it move, that's for damn sure. Not working. I mean, that's still tweaked up in the air because that's pushing it up. Too much pressure out here. Not understanding why. Oh, come on. There we go. And that's where it needs to be. We're just out here too far. We're out here too much. It's too long. Why is that? That's what it's acting like. I mean, I'm trying to buckle this end. Should buckle in the center over there. You know, buckle up. Buckle up. But it can't bring it down. I wouldn't think it's the drip rail holding it up. There's a gap in there. Okay, well, I thought I had a big old bright idea, but I don't. Not now. There's too much binding on this side. Binding here. We're binding here really bad. On the other side, this is touching the bracket, and I can stick my finger in between. Now I'm touching the bracket. Oh wow, look at this. See that? When I push that, see what happens up front? I don't know if you can see it, because I'm probably moving. That corner pushing up. I push that down, this goes whoop. Does not look good for this side. Why is that? One side works great, the other side doesn't. This is an AMD product. They're pretty good. This side's doing really nice. Little buckle there, which, you know, hey, factory had one too. Look at it, fits right up against it. It's right up against that bracket there. This is factory, look at it. Lines right up. And we go that way, we're way out of whack. If we put that side in first and brought it this way, probably be just the opposite. So you know what this means, you gotta think about it. Blah, blah, blah. We're back. Well, we figured out something. What I did was loosen this back up, just take this clamp off. Didn't have this one here. Kind of worked this down, worked with this a little bit. Just kind of pushed it down, worked it into place. Still not perfect like the other side. Put a screw in. Unfortunately, the metal's thin on the back side. It's not holding as much. Now, you can't see in the clamp because this is flat against the metal all the way over to here. There is a gap under here for some reason. That's how they made it, I guess, because this is where they soldered it. I did replace this and I left it sink down some, and it's the same height here as it is on this side. So I don't know, well, I know what the difference is. I built the bridge across here and kind of made these level up in compensation for this coming in, which I should have indented it, not left it stick up like this, but that's fine. But look where that is. That's just a tad above this, which, you know, I still have a hole right here. I'm not sure what to do with. This hole on this side, excuse me, is bigger. I can stick my whole finger in it. So, I mean, yeah, realistically, this still needs to come down. I may loosen up on the drip rail, bring it down some. Well, I mean, I've already done that. But the other thing is, it's gotta go over. This should be, this curve should be in this area over here, like that one. Well, I can show you this way. Put this back on. Pretty darn stiff. Why we did this design, I don't know. Anyway, it's got to go on this way first. There we go. Clamp in. Should be a hole or two, and that's got to come up. running into that. There's some screw holes on the back side that I could line up, but I don't feel like it. So, yeah, this curve should be in line with that roughly. And it's tucked up under, well, it could actually come down some. So, the decision I'm making is the quarters have to go on next before the roof even goes on. So this is all just gonna stay kind of neutral, like a lot of things I've done. We're gonna come in and we're gonna cut a quarter panel off. We're gonna fit the quarter panel because it goes onto a bracket underneath the roof skin back here. So we can't make anything permanent because it's got to come off. Same thing with the other quarter panel. We got to put that one on. I thought maybe I'd cut down through here and do it that way, leave my door jamb factory, but rust. There's going to be rust in here, I'm sure. So we're going to do it all, I guess. We're going to do a little at a time. Let's see what happens. So this is a short video. Fitted the roof. Real happy with this side. Got work on that side. Like and subscribe. See you on the next video.